just so massive. Pyrrha very much risking her life just to get through that little passageway right there. Look at this. I love what NTG is doing right now. Anyone that runs to mid, overextends at all, is going to run straight into the full team. I think that they should do Darkslayer right now. And Pyrrha is going to be the bait that is about to happen. And oh my god, they're falling right into the trap. This is going to be huge. And there it goes. The initiation. You see Annette throwing out, getting Pyrrha into the wrong position. Zenio ulting in way too late. Roz being taken out. They're just picking them off one at a time. Batman is in the complete other... Zenio trying to run for his life and just get crushed. Malik jumping in, trying to do his best. He's trying to get out of there, but look at the disruptions that are coming out. He is taken out, and this is what I'm talking about. Just push and win the game from this red team. A great Annette stun into Pyrrha and Roz, and that is the game. Annette did amazing that entire game. You cannot take that away from her. 1, 2, and 16. Whew. Great game. All right. Wow.
Give them prayer hands, say what's up, America. Half of you should know me, right? Other half a replica.
All of his abilities, but he just doesn't have the damage just out yet. So once he gets a little bit more balanced, I think we're going to see him all over the place. But he is still very good. Don't get me wrong. So if we look at the abilities, it looks like the Nekroth is going to be in the jungle as well as the Violet for that blue side. There's not much else as far as the abilities. A lot of heals that are out. So Crest, Annette, running the heal, which is I would say pretty normal. So Crest, I hope, is going to do either probably going to go that tanky route, and Annette's more than likely going to go that magic damage. She's very strong with that. But yeah, Prada with the heal in mid. I would like to see him with Flicker, just because he doesn't have any mobility. So rocking the heal, it's nice to have one on your team for sure, and also having one execute. But I would have rather seen the go. Make sure to drop a follow on my dude. Anyone else that followed along the way, thank you so much. Let's get it. All right, both teams rush into the river, and I don't think we'll see an invade. I don't really see either team having a great initiation or anyone that can really dominate in that early range. And that's exactly what we're seeing, is that we're seeing both of the teams kind of back off. Malik and Annette both in mid, watching it very closely, and it looks like Malik is going to back off. Violet is in no danger at all of losing her blue, and Nekroth actually did get a leash on his from the Talanis, so he is well ahead of this Violet. Violet did not get any help, even though Annette and Malik were very close to her. So I would say that is a bit of a misplay, but hey. A good defense though. Ooh, Mina coming in, actually hitting the hook. Not much else there, but Annette coming in, throwing out the damage. Does punish for coming into the mid lane, which is exactly what you want to do. You want to keep those punishes lively. Ooh, Liliana getting hooked there by Mina, and Nekroth was very close, and that could have been devastating. So they need to play a little less aggressive, and you can see Prada charging up his ability, throwing it out there. And look at this, 3 people coming to mid, so that'll be 4 total hanging out, and it looks like Lubu did realize that everyone saw what was just happening and is choosing to go back. Looks like Nekroth and Mina are trying to have some kind of gank squad. They're trying to find this Violet, if I'm not mistaken, or possibly gank this Liliana. And Liliana outright completely caught out, and that will be first blood. And the first blood will be going to Preda. So a great, you either want to give it to a mage or the jungler. The marksman is a close second for sure, but the great stuff. Great stuff. Mina actually dropping very low. Violet does not pursue, doesn't get the dragon either, so a big loss for them. Necroth now in pursuit, and oh, Violet missing because he ran into the bush. Big misplays all around. Following up on the Talanis. Talanis not auto-attacking and running away. I would say that that is a misplay. Her auto-attacks do slow, which could cause Violet to get stuck in her tracks while trying to pursue. It would just be huge. And Violet hitting the creep with the ult, and now hitting the tower from what it seemed like, and Crush figures it out. Violet misplaying again. The pressure is on, and it's hard to keep up with all of the pressure, and it seems like she's just misplaying after misplaying. She rolled right at the wrong spot and does not get over the match, and she ends up dying. Or does not get over the wall and ends up dying. Thank you so much, Roar, for the host. I really do appreciate it. If you guys don't follow him, go follow him right now. Zelf is here too. Oh, go follow him, dudes. All right. By the way, thank you, Lasagna, for the gifted sub. Appreciate you guys' faces. All right, back to the action. You can see that Necroth trying to get that red buff, even though was pressured, does come out with it. So good for him. So right now, it is a pretty one-sided game. This red team does look like the better in the early game. They were able to get the dragon. They did get the 3 kills. The overextension by this Liliana and the misplays by Violet are the things that really stand out for this blue team that they need to improve on in order to capitalize on any of these other fights that are going to be coming up. Annette's doing a great job all around the map. Has been everywhere she needs to be. Does miss that stun, which is going to really punish. They're going to get really punished for her. And you can see that Annette dropping down to about half life. Picking up the heal. We have 5 heroes here in mid. And Mina coming in, going for this Liliana. They are targeting this Liliana this entire game. Liliana about to hit level 6, which is going to give her a good damage spike. Mina coming in, ulting all 3 heroes, and that is going to be a triple. And Crash just barely gets his ult out, but he is going to go down. He has nowhere to go. All 5 heroes here, and that is 3 kills, and the dragon coming in. So Malik up on top, nowhere to be found, trying to push this tower as quickly as he can, but is just not having a great time. All right, so if we look, the red team picking up the tower, which is a great call, and also picking up the mid tower. So picking up 2 towers, then going to dragon. Whatever way you slice it, they are getting the objectives, and they are making the plays. So Malik still up on top. He's 0 for 0. He has not been around any of the fights, so hopefully that farming that he's been doing up top will get him to the point where he's going to be able to pick up his team that has been struggling. So it is a 1 kill to 7. The red team does have 2 towers, 2 dragons, and 7 kills. They're up by about 2k, about 2.5k. Which actually isn't as much as you'd think it would be. It should be a lot more. I mean, 2k is still a lot. But for having 2 dragons down, I mean, each one is potentially this early on is worth 2 kills. All right, Annette, bold move, trying to go in. And look at this. There's 3 heroes. Blue is just really not in the great position. Annette doing a wonderful ult. She may sacrifice herself to do that. Preta's ult coming in really threw a wrench in that. It looked like Annette was going to be able to get away, but Preta throwing that skill out just did so much damage that she couldn't react quick enough. Malik now getting chased by all 5 red teams. Looks like 3 of them are backing off. Mina coming in, able to hit Malik, but no red team to follow up since they all backed off. Crash down on bottom, trying to do his best, trying to get these towers, get these objectives. And again, the blue team just hasn't got an objective yet. Malik getting initiated on, did get his ult out, which is great. It's going to slow down the enemy team's assault. But he is going to have to back off. No kill on there. No team that went up top either. So the 3 people shown on top, and look at this. There's still not a single person that went to top. So poor Malik needs to back at this point. Hopefully he can get back in lane before anyone comes to steal his tower. And this is what I'm talking about. So we just saw 3 heroes up on top, and not a blue member reacted. And now look at this. 2 people showed down on bottom, or 3 people, I apologize. And look at this. 4 red members are here to make sure that that doesn't happen again. A great ult. Tolana's following up with her ult, stunning everything. Crash trying to do some damage control, throwing out his ult, trying to stun. And look at this. Annette is running for her life from this Necroth, but he is going to go down, and Crash is going to follow in her steps. So, man, it's just these team fights. They just have no... they don't know where this red team is, and they just come out of the woodwork, and they are just on top of them, and they're just not able to really use their kits in the best way possible. Crash is normally out of the situation when Annette and a Liliana obviously are following each other around and trying to set up plays. But Crest isn't there, and is same with Violet. Violet has been basically by herself for most part of this game. Violet landing a good ult onto Mina, but again, Mina being that powerhouse as far as armor, doesn't do much. Does not do much. Violet now coming with her team at this point. But look at this. Oh, a great... Annette didn't even mean to do that. Hits Necroth. And then Annette landing a great ult, which saves Violet from Necroth. And he's even back up there. Malik's still doing a great job up on top, but he's got to know that his days are numbered now that he can see Violet. And this is what I'm talking about. Perfect example. You just saw that there were at least 3 heroes up top. You saw Tolanis, Necroth, and also Lubu. And look at the blue team. No reactions at all. If they would have stayed and continued to push this tower would have been gone and top would have been dead. But there's still no reactions. And look at this. This is what I'm referring to. He is just in such a bad position. Such a bad position. He had nowhere to go. I mean, his team isn't there. No reactions. And I don't know if it's just a break in communication, but that's things that you gotta know. Things that you gotta be aware of. Looks like Crest very low, does not have his ult, and he is gonna go down. 5 heroes in mid, so now it is a 5v3 in favor of this red team. It is a 1-14 game, and the goal difference is starting to become a serious problem. And Amina jumping in, trying to land the her skill does not. Oh, and Annette stayed just a little too long, hopefully trying to save her tower, but oh my gosh, Talon is so low, but Malik didn't want to pursue that. And look at this. Oh my gosh, Necroth going in on everything, which he's so confident at this point that this blue team just doesn't have the damage, and he is so right. Violet and Malik both end up going down to Necroth and the Preda combo. So great stuff there from this red team. This red team is playing out of their minds. Like, blue is making a little bit of misplays here and there, and I would say the biggest issue is that the team fights just didn't happen early enough for the blue team. And this red team is really taking full advantage of it. They're not giving an inch, and look at this. You can already see they're starting the Dark Slayer. They're getting these objectives. I mean, they have 3 dragons already. And this blue team, I don't even think they've seen, other than the first dragon, they haven't seen dragons since then. They haven't really been able to walk out. They know that Dark Slayer just got taken. Hopefully they don't try to initiate onto this, because look at this red team fully collapsing onto Annette, and Annette without her ult is gonna go down, and Fresh trying to do his best, but he has to run away. He actually jumps back in, which is a misplay. Malik coming in very late to the party. Should have stayed back in base, and Nekroth doing his damage to the Violet. And look at this. Nekroth is just all over the place. I gotta say, he is everywhere you want him to be. He is 6-0-14. There's no one else that has participated in more fights than he has. He has been a part of every Dragon Kill, Dark Slayer, and maybe even the Towers. Who knows? This guy's playing out of his mind, and you can see that he is very comfortable on the high skilled cap champion that is Nekroth. And this should be the end to Game 1. So NTG will take that. Game 1.